We have this net zero emission goal by 2050. And to achieve that, we really have to implement carbon capture and storage. So my work focuses on injecting CO2 and brine into a sandstone core and to see how these fluids will interact in pore scale for CO2 carbon sequestration. After CO2 be captured from the power plant, transported and compressed into supercritical state, and then the CO2 is injected into underground, usually more than 1,000 meters depth, so that the pressure and temperature will keep the CO2 in the supercritical state. So my research, fluid transport through porous media, that's really relevant for a reservoir engineer. They could do upscaling from pore scale, core scale, to field scale for actual CO2 injection into geologic formations. So this reservoir, it's comprised of porous media, just like the sandstone here. It has many pores. We can't really see it with our eyes, but with MCT, you can see all these pores there. So the CO2 will be trapped in the pore space for CO2 storage. And we use micro CT to look inside the core. We can't really put any camera in it. We just rely on how different phases will attenuate X-ray differently. So with micro CT, we acquire the grayscale images of what's inside of the core. So if it's air, it will appear to be really dark because it doesn't really attenuate X-ray. While if it's rock, it's really dense. So that's how we distinguish different phases.
And this is actually the pore space that the CO2 goes into. And we can investigate where the CO2 stays and whether it actually can be trapped locally. The CO2 actually starts to dissolve in the water and basically carbonate the water. So making the Perrier of the future, but also storing the CO2, our current problem.
Hopefully what I've done could contribute a little bit to climate change. This CCS pipeline, it has grown just from the end of 2020 to September 2021, just in 9 months, it has grown by 48%. So that's a really rapid increase in how much CO2 we are injecting into all these geologic formations. The more I look into it, I think the more interesting I found this research topic is. Everyone's been really supportive, and their feedback or comments or all these discussions, they are always very useful. Yeah, I really enjoy talking to everyone in my department.